Most martial arts academies don't fail because of bad instruction. They struggle because of inconsistent systems. Leads are handled differently every time. Intro classes vary by coach. Closing feels awkward. Retention depends on personality. And then they try to pour aggressive marketing on top of all of that. That's like putting a turbo on an engine that isn't even built yet. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 phases of growth we use here at Open Source Jiu-Jitsu and exactly how we sequence operations, finances, leadership, and marketing so that the growth is built on a foundation that can actually hold it. My name is Justin. I'm a 3rd-degree black belt and the head of business coaching here at Open Source Jiu-Jitsu. We help martial arts academy owners stop guessing and start building with real systems, real numbers, and a real plan. If this is your first time here, please hit subscribe, and we'll put out free content every week on operations, retention, curriculum, and growing your academy the right way. Here's what most people get wrong. They think growth starts with marketing. It doesn't. The first 3 phases of our system have nothing to do with paid ads. Phase 1, 2, and 3 build your operational foundation, your financial clarity, and your leadership layer in that order. Marketing doesn't start until phase 4. And by the time it does, your academy is ready to handle the volume. Most academies skip straight to the ads, and that's why they plateau. So let's walk through all 7. Phase 1, the COO integration. It usually takes a couple months. This is operational infrastructure. We embed a fractional COO into your academy, not to advise, to build. We install a structured lead response system. We standardize the intro and trial experience. We define the after-class close. We build a retention and attendance monitoring system. We clarify the curriculum path. We document SOPs for staff, and we build the KPI scoreboard and start tracking it every week. There is no paid marketing in phase 1. Not because we can't run ads, because it would be a waste. More leads into a system that can't handle them is not growth. It's chaos with a marketing budget. When your systems are installed and your team is executing consistently, then we'll move on to phase 2. Phase 2 is the CFO integration. Usually takes another couple months, 2 or so. This is financial clarity. Phase 2 integrates our in-house bookkeeper into your business. Most academy owners make financial decisions on gut feelings or incomplete data. This phase fixes that. You'll get monthly account reconciliation, income and expense categorization, and clean financial statements, P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow. We identify underperforming revenue streams and unnecessary overhead. We will establish a real financial baseline so you know exactly what you're working with. Here's why this comes before marketing. You cannot make smart decisions about ad spend if you don't know your own real margins. Phase 2 makes sure that when we invest in marketing, we know exactly what you can sustain and what ROI needs to look like. When the books are clean and you can read your own numbers, we move on to phase 3. The phase 3 is the CEO integration. This usually takes another couple months. This is the leadership and staff layer. You now have operational systems from phase 1 and financial clarity from phase 2. Phase 3 builds the people infrastructure around all of it. We define the staff roles and responsibilities with real accountability structures. We build instructor and front desk training systems, onboarding, performance standards, feedback loops. We create a delegation map, what you should and should not be doing as the owner. We set organizational direction, academy identity, growth targets, a 12-month roadmap, and we do capacity planning, figure out what staffing changes will be needed when the marketing begins. Here's the reality. Marketing that works brings more leads, more intros, more members. But if your staff infrastructure isn't ready to absorb that volume, growth creates chaos instead of momentum. The upgrade trigger for phase 3 is $3,000 extra dollars in your monthly recurring revenue lift across phases 1 through 3, produced by systems, not by ads. When that's achieved and your leadership layer is in place, then we move to phase 4. Phases 1 through 3 took maybe about 6 months, and now we're ready to move on. Your operations run consistently, your books are clean, your team is trained and accountable, revenue is already up without spending $1 on ads. Now we introduce marketing. That's phase 4, our controlled growth. Usually another 2 months or so. We introduce paid marketing carefully. The goal is not huge. It's just add another $2K in marketing generated monthly recurring revenue. We start with photo-based creative ads, clean intro offers, simple landing pages, and a basic follow-up automation. Nothing complicated. The focus is validation. Can your systems handle more leads? Does your show rate stay strong? Does your close rate hold? Because we've already built phases 1 through 3, the answers are usually yes. When marketing generated MRR reaches 2,000 with stable KPIs, we move forward to phase 5, right? Our system maintenance. That's maybe more like 3 or 4 months here, where this is where many academies break. Revenues go up, but retention slips, or the owner becomes the bottleneck because the staff wasn't ready. Because we build phase 3, that doesn't happen here. In phase 5, we target 5,000 total in marketing generated MRR. Marketing evolves, script-based video ads, owner-filmed content edited by our creative team, expanded testing, and weekly strategy calls. We're not just running ads, we're building authority here. Phase 5 stabilizes momentum under sustained lead flow. Phase 6 now is system mastery. That's another 3 to 6 months. Now we scale intelligently, and our goal is 9,000 in MRR. Marketing becomes advanced professional video production, strategic retargeting, dual weekly coaching, deep funnel optimization. But here's what's just as important. We are protecting margins while scaling. Leadership delegation is in place. Growth without margin control is dangerous. Phase 6 builds durability. Then you get phase 7, which is integrated scale. And this is where the leverage happens. Growth becomes predictable. Marketing becomes a fully managed acquisition engine. Our partner team answers your phone inquiries, books appointments directly into your calendar, and manages structured follow-up, all externally handled. Multi-campaign funnels, full marketing, and operational integration. The owner is no longer tied to front-end sales. The academy operates strategically. There is no ceiling here. This is where the academy becomes an asset instead of a job. Most academies try to scale first. We install structure first. 3 phases of operations, finances, and leadership before a single ad dollar is spent. By the time growth accelerates, the academy is built to handle it. Because growth without systems creates chaos. Growth with structure creates leverage. If you want to know which phase you're in and what it takes to move forward, that's a conversation worth having. The link to book a free discovery call is in the description. We'll map out exactly where you are, what's holding you back, and what the path forward looks like. No pressure, no pitch. If this video gave you something to think about, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. We put out free content every week on systems, curriculum, retention, and building an academy that actually runs itself. Again, I'm Justin with Open Source Jiu-Jitsu. Open minds, open mats, open source. See you in the next one.